Yo, what's up, folks? What's going on? Welcome to the True Trading Group YouTube channel. Wild day in the markets. Big sell-off day. The markets have been in a little bit of a crash mode these last 2 days. Is there something much bigger lurking around the corner? Is there a much larger crash that is upon us? Or is it time for us to start thinking about buying the dip? Let's have that conversation. Let's talk about what Jerome Powell said today that got the markets in a complete tizzy. What's going on with the bond market? Yields are exploding. The solar stocks are crashing. What's going on in the Middle East? We got to talk about all of this stuff. Before we do get started, guys, I want you to make sure that you go to TTG.com. That is TTG3 spelled out.com. Join me for a 7-day trial. There is a 7-day trial. There is no automatic upgrade. There is no automatic renewal. It is a one-time payment of $3. That's it. We charge $3 just to make sure you're a real person. There's 10,000 people in True Trading Group from over 100. We're from 115 different countries. We charge $3 just to make sure you're a real person, so you don't come inside of our chat and start spamming and distracting everybody while we're trying to make money during the day. So it's 7 trading days. Weekends and holidays do not count against the 7 days. It's actually 7 trading days. So if you guys want to join, go to TTG.com. That's TTG3.com. It is a one-time payment of $3. That is it. With the best damn $3 you guys have ever spent. I mean, talking about making money, guys, today, 100% gain on our arm swing trade to the short side, a 400% gain on ENPH put options. That was also a swing trade that was entered the other day. These are swing trades that moderators in True Trading Group are hitting on and that members in True Trading Group are making money on. We're going to recap all those for you guys. I'm still in my arm short. The ENPH trade from one of our other moderators was exited today, locking in 400% on the end phase puts. And we actually, crazy enough, missed the after hours action. SEDG had earnings today after the close. Terrible earnings, cancellation of orders, completely unexpected. The stock is down 26%. That is a huge solar company that took all of your solar stock to the downside with it. And you can only imagine if we were actually still in this position. This was a trade that was entered yesterday, up around 132. We took the profits off there today inside of chat and actually missed on the after hours print. I mean, that's just an earnings print from SEDG. So there's no way you could have foreseen that happening, but that could have ended up being a well over 1,000% gain. Some of our members that are still actually holding on to that position, which you do have some that are still in puts, but our moderator exited that trade today for a 400% gain. Can't be too upset about that one. But we're going to talk about all this stuff here today, guys. With this video. If you guys don't know who the hell I am, my name is Michael Edward. My name is Michael Edward Parinati. I go by Michael Edward. And like I said, I've been trading and investing for over 17 years. I began my career working at T3 Alpha Fund. My first job right out of college, where they made me go through an educational training program before they let me touch even $1 of their money. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession. The stock market crashed, but it was also the same year I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now I'm the head trader and co-founder of True Trading Group, along with my team of 9 professional traders and over 30-person staff. We have helped thousands of members from all over the world to reach their goals. Like I said to you before, we have members in 115 different countries, truly a global community here at True Trading Group. For those that didn't know, we're also the fastest growing and highest rated premium online education platform. We combine university and professional level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools. We do live workshops and provide individual mentorship and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We cover day trading, swing trading, and also long-term investing. There's literally something for everybody inside of True Trading Group. The moderators and I collectively, as a group, have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate on all of our executions of just around 80% now going on the last 4 years, and we've been on an absolute tear. Last week we had 7 triple-digit gains. The week before that we had 7 triple-digit gains, and here we are on Thursday, and I believe we have 4 this week. This is 4. So we have 4 triple-digit gains this week, 7 last week, 7 week before that. Now that's not just me. Like I said, there's 9 professional traders. We all share our screens. We all call out trades. You guys all see what we're doing. We all answer questions with you guys for the whole entire trading session. Okay, so if you want to join us, it's $3. Go to TTGTHREE.com right now. Enter your name, email, phone number. Click yes, I want this. Fill out the application. Get your butts in chat. The weekend doesn't count. You don't have to worry about joining the trial tonight and then worrying about Saturday and Sunday. The weekends don't count against your trial. It's 7 trading days one-time payment of $3. There's no automatic renewal or recurring payment. So go ahead and go to ttg3.com right now. Join myself and the other mods and the rest of the 10,000 members of True Trading Group. Get your butts on in chat and use our mobile app if you can't be in front of your computer. You don't need to be in front of your computer, guys. Over 80% of our members have busy full-time jobs, and they're able to use our mobile app. They get real-time push notifications when our mods enter and exit their positions. That's how they're able to follow along with what we're doing. You guys want to do that, all you got to do is join the trial and then see how you guys like being part of the TTG community. So make sure you guys do that before we go. Let's head on over to the overall markets. Let's talk about what the hell happened today, man. Today was probably the most volatile day that I have seen in this market we have to go back, I feel like, to last, I don't know, we got to go months. We got to go back months to when we used to have Fed meetings where we didn't know, is the Fed going to raise 25 basis points? They're going to raise 50 basis points. Remember that time frame? The Fed meetings were so insanely volatile. You have huge moves to the upside, huge moves to the downside, then huge moves to back to the upside. You got that action today when Jerome Powell gave a speech and then did a Q&A session at an economics club in New York. And it was a wild day. Bond yields are exploding. That means bond prices are getting crushed. This is one of the worst bond market crashes that anybody has ever seen. Bond yields ripped today to the highest levels that you've seen in 2 decades. The 10-year Treasury knocked on the door of 5%. That's nuts. 30-year mortgages, 8%. Nuts. And yet here we are. As long as yields continue to move higher, stocks are going to have a very difficult time moving higher. You're going to need bonds to go up so that bond yields go down in order for stocks to go up. Okay, there is a huge problem right now with too much supply and not enough demand for U.S. debt. And that is causing yields to move higher, bonds to go down, and stocks to go down. That's the main culprit. And Jerome Powell didn't make it any better today. He made the problem worse. Jerome Powell came out today. He was giving his speech. He actually sounded a little bit on the dovish side. And once we came out and he gave his speech, it was actually okay. The markets were actually moving higher when he gave his speech. It was the Q&A session that did us in. You see, his speech was kind of dovish. His speech was saying things like, maybe we don't have to raise rates. The bond market did a lot of the financial tightening. Financial conditions are tight because of how interest rates have gone higher without them even having to raise rates. And talked about we can be patient. Inflation is coming down. The economy is still strong. The labor market is still tight. We're seeing exactly what we want. This is all part of, avoiding a recession. He said some pretty good things. But then when he finished his speech, there was one very specific question that he was asked during his Q&A. And that question was, why is it? What do you think is making this economy so strong? The economy is so much stronger than anybody would have anticipated. You just had the Atlanta Fed raise their Q3 GDP estimates above 5%. Everyone's talking about a recession. You need negative GDP for a recession. Never mind 5%. We're not even at 3% or 2% or 1%. You're talking about the Atlanta Fed predicting GDP for Q3 of 5%, which would insinuate the economy actually sped up in Q3. So Jerome Powell's comment to this was actually, well, the U.S. economy is driven by the consumer. The consumer is very strong. The consumer continues to spend because the jobs market is so strong. The jobs market is so tight. People are employed. And if people lose their jobs, they are quickly finding another one. And wage growth has given people, while inflation comes down and wage growth remains steady, that it has left you with, I know this doesn't apply to everybody. I know there's certain situations where you might not feel this way, but from a whole of the economy as a whole, the jobs market is still very strong. Sure, it's softening. Yes, but it's still very strong. And he made one comment, and this comment did us in. He said, perhaps the economy is so strong because interest rates are not high enough for long enough yet. Markets hated that. Folks, right here is when he said that. Right there. That is when Jerome Powell said that, right there. And this is the reaction to it. That was the reaction. See, the market was at the high of the day. The market was at the high of the day. You had to open your big fat mouth, Jerome Powell. We were at the high of the day. Look at this. It was new highs. Everything looked great. Nope. The economy might be strong, might be this strong because interest rates have not been high enough for long enough, which insinuates that there is still a lot of tightening that is yet to be felt. He even then went on to elaborate on this a little bit further and actually said that we have not yet seen the full extent of tightening from the rate hikes that we have done, which means the economy has not fully absorbed these rate hikes yet, that he expects the economy to slow further. But if you expect the economy to slow further, but you said that interest rates maybe aren't high enough and haven't been high enough for long enough, that would insinuate one of two things, if not both, which is that we're not done raising rates. We might raise rates again. You actually had the chances of a rate hike in 2024 actually shoot up. The chances of a rate hike in November have dropped down to around 2%. But now you got the likelihood of a rate hike in 2024 is actually moving towards 50%. So now you're talking about the markets are thinking to themselves, well, damn, maybe Jerome Powell is going to raise rates later and they're going to keep rates higher for longer. The market is beginning to start pricing out those chances of a rate cut and pushing the rate cut out, which was early to mid-year, now being pushed out to late in the year instead of getting a rate cut in Q1 or Q2 of next year. So that is what really has the markets in a bit of a tailspin here. And that's what caused stock prices to move to the downside, not just today, but over the last couple of days. This is what has been the culprit in the overall market. And then on top of that, you throw in the escalating tensions in the Middle East. You had reports today about a U.S. base. You had reports today about a U.S. naval ship intercepting rockets that were on their way to Israel. You've got escalating tensions in that region on top of all of this stuff going on with Jerome Powell and interest rates and bond yields. And it just was too much for the market to handle, and the market sold off today. Now, if you guys follow my channel, you know that about a week ago, I told you that I believe that the path of least resistance was to the upside if earnings are better than expected. So far, earnings have been better than expected. They have been. But right now, the market is caring more about bond yields. I did not foresee a 5% yield on the 10-year Treasury today, but we got there. 4.99 and change on the 10-year. So we got to 5%. I did not expect the 10-year Treasury to get to 5%. That is way too strong of a move to the upside. And it's not just the number of the bond yield that worries the market. It's the speed in which it gets there. And we have had yields explode over these last 2 days. And that means bond prices are getting crushed. And that's why stocks have moved to the downside. So that's what happened today, right? That's what happened over markets. Now the question becomes, do we think there's a bigger crash coming, or is it time to buy the dip? Now, the support level that I'm focused on, and I'll draw it out on my screen for you guys, is going to be right here. This is my support level, okay? This is the area that we're going to be looking for the market to try and hold. I fully expect us to get down into this level over the next couple of days, but then I think there will be a tradable bounce off that level, and that's going to coincide with, and that's going to line up with earnings from some of your big mega cap tech names. And then on November 1st is the Fed meeting. And the Fed meeting, it is beginning to be, it's anticipated that we are not going to get a rate hike at the November meeting. So if there was a rate hike at the November meeting, that would certainly scare the ever-living crap out of the market. The market would certainly crash further to the downside if we did get a rate hike at the November meeting, because the market is not expecting a rate hike in November. So if we get one, that's going to be a surprise to the market that will take markets further to the downside. But we've got 2 weeks before that happens. So trading action that we're looking for is the weakness that we saw today, looking for a little bit more downside, get down to this yellow line. That's a 200-day moving average. And then we can structure for some day trades, maybe some bounces, because once the market gets down into like 420 to 422 on the SPY, and once you start to pierce that 4,300 level on the S&P, you're going to get down into a nice little area of support. And I think you're going to see a little bit of a bounce back off that level. So we're going to try to stay short-minded in the very, very near term, knowing that once we get down to our target, which is that 200-day, we then look for a technical bounce off of that level. All right. Let me walk you guys through also my ARM position. I've been short ARM for the last about week and a half. I shorted ARM right here. And we have now you've seen that we've taken this trade. I've been in it for about a week and a half. We've taken that trade to the downside. Members are in the October 27th, $52 strike put option. And I've been in this position now. We're up 100%, and we got down to the target of $50. We got to the target of $50 last week. We also tested that target again today. And I'm just looking to see if this $50 level breaks. I'm still short. I did take the bulk of my position off the table already. Like I said, those put options were good for 100% gain. So the bulk of that position is already off the table. But I'm looking to see if we break 50, if you break 50 and you really get underneath this $50 level, I'm looking to actually reload my position, and I'm going to see if ARM then bleeds out even further and gets down to like $47 or $48. That's the price action I'm kind of expecting here on ARM. So I'll tell you guys now, tomorrow, if we break under 50, like convincingly, like you get under 49.50, you get really big volume, I'm going to try to be short on bounces back into 50. I mean, I'm already short, but I'm going to add to my position, get back to maybe my full size position since I've already taken the bulk off, and see if I can get follow through on the name. If we just jam this thing back to the north side, we get back to like $52, I'll take my final profit off the table tomorrow. If we get back, like around 52, I don't want to see us get back up to like 52, 52 and a half. I'll take my final profit off the table if we get there. But if we crack 50, I'm going to add to this position. I'm going to look for another $2 to $3 of downside on ARM. Then you had Enphase today, which was just an absolutely beautiful, masterful trade that was entered not yesterday, but on Tuesday. That was from Shai, one of our other professional trading moderators at True Trading Group. Bought put options right here on Enphase. I'll actually show you guys the level. You can see there's the entry, but here's your resistance, right? Resistance, 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 okay? Resistance, when you guys see this, and then prior to that, support, 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 right? So you guys can all see that level. That was a very big level for Enphase. That's why when we bounced back into it 2 days ago, Shai took the short, members jumped in that, and then members exited that position today for a 400% gain on the put option. The entry was at $1.78, and the exit came off around $9. That is good for a 400% gain. So congratulations, all of our members in True Trading Group that have been capitalizing on these triple-digit bangers. They are every single week. We have been on an absolute tear. This is some of the best trading that I have ever seen. There is not a single group of traders that I would rather trade with, and I traded on a trading floor at a fund in New York City with some damn good traders. And there's not a single group. There's not a group of traders that I'd rather be trading with. What I have seen from our members and from our moderators, I mean, it's just 7 triple digits last week, 7 to triple digits the week before that, and so far 4 this week. Let's see if we can maybe finish off with maybe 1 or 2 more tomorrow. I think with the volatility we saw today, it's certainly possible. This is the most opportunistic, volatile market that I've ever seen. I've been doing this for over 17 years. I've seen a lot of different market environments. I've never seen an environment where there are this many trading opportunities every single day, where you have large cap stocks and companies that are worth hundreds of billions, some trillions of dollars, that are moving around almost like penny stocks. That's how much volatility is in this market. It's the greatest time to be a trader. I'm not just saying that. I truly believe it. And I hate the fact that tomorrow's Friday, because I already want it to be Monday, because every day that the markets are closed, it's a missed opportunity for us to make money with the market that we find ourselves in. So do yourselves a favor, guys. You have huge earnings coming up next week. You're going to start to get into all the big tech names next week. So make sure you guys join that trial. Go to ttgthree.com. That's ttg3 spelled out.com. It is a one-time payment of $3. There is no automatic renewal. There is no automatic upgrade. You are never charged again after your trial is over. It's 7 trading days. No weekends, no holidays, 7 trading days. Go to ttg3.com, enter your name, email, phone number, click yes, I want this, fill out the application, pay the $3, and then get your butts in chat. Like I said, we just charge $3 to make sure you're a real person. There are thousands of members every day inside of our chat room. I don't want someone that's going to come into our platform and just start spamming chat, distracting people, causing issues. Well, we are all focused on one thing, and that is making money. So if you're focused on that, get your butts in chat, experience what it's like to be part of the family, participate. If you guys do join the trial, participate. Don't be shy because you feel like you're not a member, you can't comment. Ask questions, talk to the moderators, talk to the members. That's how you really get a feel for if True Trading's platform is right for you and if you feel like you can benefit from it. We've got over 10,000 members from 115 different countries. We're 5-star rated on Trustpilot with over 2,300 reviews. We have a 78% retention rate amongst our members, meaning 78% of our members renew their membership or have gone on to become lifetime. And our refund rate from our regular annual membership is only 2.27%. So I'm not even talking to you guys about a membership. I'm talking to you about our trial. See if True Trading Group is right for you. Go to ttgthree.com, and I'll see you guys in chat. We'll finish out what's been a great week. We're going to finish it out strong tomorrow on Friday. I'll see you guys all in chat. Have a great night, everybody. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, smash that like button. I'll see you guys all later.